Hello, YouTube fam. How y'all doing? It's your Uncle Tim. How you doing, Timsters? This is Uncle Tim Rants and Reviews, a channel where I rant and review, fam. You know what? Today we're going to do a movie. A movie that I wanted to go to the show to see that I thought was going to be the bee's knees. I thought it was going to be something that was going to change the game for the DC universe. I was sitting there, with my hopes up high, just thinking to myself, I said, damn, this could be a win for DC. Uh, Fam, I was led astray with this. I wanted to see Black Adam so bad. I wanted to see The Rock tear his role apart. I wanted to see him be the anti-hero that Venom is for the Marvel Universe. And I thought The Rock would be just the person to do this, fam. I was going to go to the show to see this. I'm glad I did go to the show to see it. We got HBO Max at the crib, right? And it's on HBO Max, fam. Happened to click it, put it in, let it play, and I'm just sitting here, man. Dude, I'm just sitting here thinking to myself, what the hell did I just watch? Excuse me. Now, I know you heard a lot of different opinions on this movie. The reason why I wasn't a fan of this movie, the movie was disjointed. The movie really didn't have a script, a plot, and it wasn't feasible at all. It's like they went and tried to put a big name into this role, and it seemed that's what they were banking on. They thought just The Rock name alone would sell the movie. They thought it would be like the same as he did with G.I. Joe, and to me, G.I. Joe wasn't that great. But they thought they would place him into this role, and he will go ahead and go forth and, change the DC universe like he did Fast and the Furious, which, the Fast and the Furious got a spinoff, Hobbs and Shaw. Fam, I'm going to say this. Looking at this, looking at the heroes that they put into this movie, it was heroes nobody knew. Into the little end scene where you get the post credit and Superman's talking to Black Adam. That's the only name brand hero you had. You had Hawkman. You had Dr. Fate. And you had some whirlwind girl. And you had a guy that was doing all of this. And he became the demon at the end because they killed him. And, all of a sudden he was reborn as, I forgot the whatever the name was, fam. But it was just like, huh. So y'all put him away in jail and he's just awaiting his sentence and he doing what he's supposed to do. All of a sudden you free him and, he goes to do all, and I'm like, and I know you like, you're not really telling us none of the movie because I didn't understand this damn movie. Just imagine going to the show, spending money at the show, paying for this. Then imagine buying popcorn, nachos, a pop or a slushie or candy with this. And you sitting here watching this shit and you like, the hell am I watching? The origin story was done so wrong that it didn't make no sense. You get what I mean? It's like they went about it the wrong way. It's a way to do origin stories. Either you do them in the beginning, you do a flashback, halfway through the movie, to let us know what's going on. But this was done in a way that you didn't understand to the end that, okay, he wasn't the one with the powers. His son gave him the powers. And all of a sudden he became Black Adam or whatever you call it himself, fam. And see, this is what's wrong with the DC universe here. Shit didn't make no sense. And this is why the movie was put onto streaming media to try to make money because it barely looked like broke even. And I'm thinking like, damn, you telling me The Rock couldn't sell this movie? But I was looking at how much this movie cost to make. And it's in this mythical place that sounds almost like Wakanda a little bit. And I'm like, damn, can we get can we get a little original here? It's like everything that could have went wrong did go wrong. And I was trying to understand, like, how was they putting them into this? And would he come back and explain to everybody? Because they were like, it's him against the Black Panther, and he's going to come out on top. This is what he was saying. Dude, they didn't even break a sweat. They whooped on your tail. And see, this is what happens when you don't pay attention. And, you see these actors accepting scripts that they shouldn't be taking because this movie overall wasn't made for him. It wasn't tailor-made for him. The fit for him was off, and he shouldn't have done this movie. These are just my thoughts, my opinions, and I'm not slandering this movie. It's just me telling the truth about the movie. You will watch it, and you'll be like, I understand. Fam has been out for years, for decades, for centuries. He don't know what the hell going on. But it's like all of a sudden, it took him like more than 2 seconds to find out everything that's going on. And I'm like, huh. So your son was seen as being worthy of possessing the power of Shazam. And to save you, he gave you his power. This is my thought process on this. This is how I'm just, it was just like me sitting and watching Avatar, and I was like, Avatar 2, and I was like, did anybody see this? Is anybody going to say something? Is anybody going to point out the elephant in the room in Avatar 2? Is anybody going to say where the damn little boy came from? Huh. Spider, where did he come from? Oh, he was too little to go into the cryo stasis pod, so they had to leave him behind. And Jake raised him. I know I went off the movie, but I want you to understand. See, when you see bullshit, you got to call it. And see, this is what us as moviegoers don't do. We don't call bullshit when we see it. We just sit back and take it and watch it and sit back and say, oh, it's going to get better. They're going to learn. They got James Gunn now here, him and the other guy, and they're going to make a lot of changes. They need to make changes. Right now, you're not even in competition with Marvel. You have to change this universe, and he's shaking it up. Gunn is changing it up, but a lot of people are upset because a lot of the OG characters are being kicked out. My thing is, if you write a script that will work for these OG characters, you can keep them. And you can make money. But right now, they making plots for other people instead of the people they got in the movie. You got big names here, and you don't know how to use them. Look at what Marvel did. They had Chris Evans as Johnny Storm in Fantastic Four. Okay, when something else came along, he became what? Captain America. He wasn't suited for that. Well, he was suited for Johnny Storm, but we all knew that wasn't going nowhere. But when he got Chris Evans, Captain America, we knew he fit just right there. And this is what I'm saying. If the people don't fit right in one role, move them around. Just move them around. Make it work. You don't get this type of star power, then all of a sudden sit back and be like, well, hey, I don't know what to do with it. The reason why Black Adam cannot compete with these other movies, it costs too much to make. The Rock's salary is crazy as hell. The plot made absolutely no sense. The special effects really wasn't any that was worth anything. And overall, you just said to yourself, this was a waste of The Rock. Y'all could have used him for something else. Hell, you could have made him Superman if you was gonna do all this. Like, but why make him this and don't really make it work? You see what they did with Shazam, that movie. Shazam should have been almost like Superman. You see him in the cartoons, I understand he's a kid in real life and he turns into a superhero when he says Shazam, but he should have been like Superman. Because in some of the cartoon movies that they do, the guy is on all points. And I'm sitting here looking like, this movie's like a joke. And this is the way that I took almost Black Adam. It was too much. It was just all over the place, just like this review. All over the place, fam. I'm telling you to go watch the movie. If you got HBO Max, go watch it. Let me know what you think. If you want to go to the show to see it, be my guest. But if you got HBO Max, you're already paying for it, just check it out. Just let me know what you think. Till later, fam, thank you so much for watching. As always, it's a blessing. Peace.